Hi. Hey, how are you feeling? Really, how? How are you feeling? Feeling. How are you feeling? Do you feel? Do you know? Can you identify? Take a moment. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe even close off your ears. Ask yourself, hey self, how do you feel? Emotion is an interesting thing. Ask, what's going on? How are you feeling? There are so many ways that you can express in words the energy that you're feeling on the inside, on the outside, all around you. Irritation, frustration, confusion, anger, fear. Are you feeling scared? Are you feeling grief? How are you feeling? Joy, peace. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Not where is the pain, but how do you feel? Do you feel blessed, grateful, elated? Do you feel rage, sadness, joy, optimism? How do you feel? Hopeful? Fearful? It's all welcome, but we must be wise about this. Feelings and emotions, they run through you like water through canals, water through streams, cutting through the earth, cutting through your body, bringing to life a feeling in order to direct you, to guide you. Feelings and emotions are like your internal GPS. If you feel good and peaceful and elated and excited and enthused, you may, even if you feel a little uncomfortable, you may recognize, I've never done this before, but I feel good and I'll go in this direction. And another direction could be, I feel contracted, I feel stuffed up, I feel belittled, I feel, I want to make sure that I'm not getting into the mind of identifying, but the actual feeling. If I feel confused or frustrated or irritated, maybe not something I'm going to further explore, because what's behind that door is more irritation, it's more stress. And do you know how stress affects your body? Do you know that stress is the #1 reason for like the 6 top diseases in the world, in America, like heart disease, cancer, stroke, high blood pressure? Everything is related back to stress. Some like 80% office visits in the doctor's office are related to stress. There's no drug. There's no shot, there's no vaccine, there's nothing that doctor can do for you. Only you can choose how you manage stress. Stress is, it's awesome. Stress is so cool because it gives us, I mean, if we didn't have stress, we would be so bored. We would be blobs of boredom. Just think about how gravity weighs on you. It stresses your bones. It makes you stronger. Yeah, Stress is cool. Stress is motivating in the best ways. We differentiate stress in a couple terms. We call the good kind of stress, that stress that's motivating you to continue to expand and grow and express yourself, as eustress, E-U, stress. And we identify the kind of stress that is debilitating, deteriorating, disease-causing, to be distress. It's very important that you recognize the difference, and that when something's causing distress, complete chaos, don't open the door. Don't continue down that path. Don't go further. Pause. Take a minute. Perhaps in that pause, you'll recognize you don't need to go and do those things that were bringing you to that state of just pandemonium. Instead, you could do something that brings you life, that brings you joy, that brings you peace, and reevaluate from there, from that higher state of being that feels good and that is healthy for you. Reevaluate from there. Is it necessary? Can I get my mind right and do it in a different way? It's so important, like so important. Do you know this? Stress is what you make it. Yeah, it's what you make it. So I'm hoping to give you a little practice here. And let me get to it. How are you feeling? Did you recognize? Are you feeling irritated? Are you still with me? Are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling, how are you feeling? Angry? Sad? Scared? So with all of these emotions, we have a specific release. I call it diffusion, okay? Because there's stress. First, you have to be aware of it. So that's why I'm asking you, how are you feeling? Because first, you have to be aware that you're stressed. Is it eustress? Is it distress? What is it? Is it irritation? Is it crunch time motivation? What is it? Be aware of it. And then you really have to diffuse it. Next comes the resolution. But let's talk a little bit about what I call diffusion. And we'll get right to that practice. So if you're feeling really irritated, you may need to do things like, yeah! Okay? You may need to throw some punches if you're angry. You may need to get the energy off of your arms and out of your chest. Throwing it out, out, out. If you're feeling really sad, you may need to cry. You may need to just feel that sadness and let it run through you, just like water runs through a canal. If you're feeling that motivation to produce, there's like this stress to get something done, you may need to do that thing. Go out and do it. Accomplish it. Before you do, visualize it in your mind. See it as already done. Throw yourself a little celebration and then get to work. So anger, you may need to throw those punches. Grief, sadness, you may need to cry. Irritation, frustration, these things that have a vibration and you can feel it. It's like erratic jumping on the inside. It's like all your cells are bouncing and colliding into each other in a very disharmonious way. You need to let that go. Maybe it looks like screaming. Maybe it looks like throwing a fit, just going bananas for just a moment, probably alone and by yourself. Don't diffuse the stress onto someone else. That's a very unconscious way of releasing stress. So often when we feel shame and guilt and self-hatred, we yell at other people. And for some reason, it helps to diffuse the stress of those feelings, but it really hurts somebody else. So first, do no harm. You can yell. Just, yell at, yell in the car, yell at a tree, yell at the ground and pound it, hit it, punch it. Don't hurt yourself either. If you're feeling scared, maybe you want to let out like a horror movie scream, like, ah! And do it until you laugh. Do it until it's gone, until it diffuses, and until you can come into a place of joy. Yeah, of love, of balance, of harmony, of purity. Because these emotions, they come in and they just can create a lot of chaos. Be aware, appropriately diffuse, and then your resolution is going to be a reflection on what the process is for you, so that you know in your walking and daily life how to go about taking care, so that you don't bring distress into your system, so that you don't walk down that path, so that you stay on a merry way. And even though stress is necessary, it is what expands and grows and presses us into new horizons. We can still feel a sense of solidarity, stability, calm, resilience. Yeah. So I'm encouraging you to diffuse some stress. I kind of love that horror movie scream. I'm not sure where you could do this. If you be careful not to alarm other people, because we don't want to create more stress. But if you can, maybe with your beloveds or your friends or whomever you're with, you can just look at each other and like drop your jaw in like one of those Home Alone screams. Or I'm seeing like a stomp your feet, run in place, like you just need to let go of that feeling of get me out of here. Man, and just do your best to be aware of the feeling, diffuse it in appropriate and healthy ways, so that you can come back to your center, come back to peace, and carry on in a great way. So I really hope this helps. I teach lots on this kind of stuff through teaching yoga classes and teaching professional development classes, and there's online classes you can chime into and let me know if you have questions. MELIFELOVE is where you find a lot of the things that I do, and I'm just so happy to be here, and so I'm so grateful that you are here too. Thank you so much. I hope this brings you some relief, and I hope it keeps you coming back, because we've got a lot to do. We really do. We have a lot of work. When I heal me, I heal Mother Earth. When you heal, when you take care to come back to peace, you are then in the place to influence the world in positive ways. If you have those serious emotions that are pulling you off center and you go out into the world with them, well, you're not going to create any harmony. You're just going to throw others off balance. It's going to be exhausting and detrimental to your health. I know that we're passionate. I know that we have things that we need to do. Take a moment to breathe, to pause, to recognize, does it come from love or fear? Is it right for you to express externally, or is it right for you to internalize, heal, and clear so that you can proceed in a healthy, positive, perfect way that really restores yourself and all the world? So, again, thank you so much. Bye for now. Good luck.